Everyone dreams of financial freedom, the ability to live life on your own terms, without the constant pressure of bills, debts, or fear of the next paycheck. But for most people, that dream feels just out of reach. You work hard, you save when you can, and yet somehow, true financial independence seems like it belongs to someone else. The lucky, the gifted, or the already wealthy. But what if the real secret isn't about luck at all? What if the blueprint to financial freedom isn't hidden in complex financial jargon, but in principles so simple that most people overlook them? The truth is, those who've achieved lasting freedom, the entrepreneurs, investors, and self-made millionaires, follow a system that's repeatable. Yet, they rarely talk about the parts that actually matter most. Today, we're uncovering that blueprint, the raw truth about what separates those who stay trapped from those who break out, and what the pros won't tell you. So stay close, because if you've ever wondered how ordinary people quietly build extraordinary wealth, this might just be the conversation that shifts your entire mindset. The illusion of wealth. Why most people stay trapped. Let's start with something uncomfortable. Most people aren't chasing wealth. They're chasing the appearance of wealth. Expensive cars, designer clothes, the latest phone. Society sells these as symbols of success. But here's the truth, real financial freedom has nothing to do with what people see, and everything to do with what they don't. Imagine this: two people earn the same salary. One spends it all keeping up appearances, dining out, upgrading gadgets, living for validation. The other quietly saves, invests, and builds assets. 10 years later, one has credit card debt and stress. The other has passive income and peace. That's the illusion of wealth, and it traps millions. The financial system is designed to profit from your impulses. Every ad, every limited time offer, every credit promotion, they all play on one emotion: the need to feel rich right now. But the people who build true freedom play the opposite game. They delay gratification. They live simply when others spend blindly. It's not about deprivation, it's about clarity. The pros understand that wealth is measured not by what you buy, but by how long you can live if your income stopped today. That's the real test. So here's your first blueprint step: stop performing wealth. Start building it. Because every dollar you don't waste today is a soldier fighting for your future freedom. The money mindset shift. Turning fear into control. Here's what the pros rarely say. The journey to financial freedom is psychological before it's practical. Most people never reach freedom not because they lack opportunity, but because they've internalized fear. Fear of risk, fear of failure, fear of scarcity. And that fear becomes their financial identity. People raised in scarcity often develop habits that sabotage them, hoarding cash, avoiding investments, or overspending to escape stress. Meanwhile, those who succeed financially don't let fear drive their decisions, they replace it with understanding. They study how money works. They learn the game so deeply that emotion can't manipulate them anymore. Take this truth from investors and entrepreneurs alike. Financial freedom isn't about intelligence. It's about behavior. The rich aren't fearless. They've just trained themselves to act in spite of fear. They know that risk is the cost of opportunity, and that doing nothing is often the biggest risk of all. When you start thinking like that, when you replace fear with focus, your entire world shifts. You stop asking, "What if I lose?" and start asking, "What if I learn?" That's the blueprint's second layer: control your emotions, or your emotions will control your wallet. Now, let's make it interesting. Imagine waking up and realizing that every financial decision you make is guided not by fear or desire, but by purpose. That's not fantasy, that's financial maturity, the power of systems. Automating wealth. Here's a secret that most financial gurus never emphasize enough: discipline fails, systems don't. You don't build wealth by relying on willpower. You build it by designing systems that make good decisions automatic and bad decisions difficult. The pros automate their success. They don't try to save, they set it to happen without thinking. They don't rely on motivation to invest, they schedule it. Here's how it works. When money hits your account, the first thing most people do is pay bills and spend what's left. The wealthy do the opposite. They pay themselves first. They treat saving and investing like rent, non-negotiable. Their systems route a portion of income directly into investments, emergency funds, and long-term goals before lifestyle spending even begins. Over time, this builds what's called financial gravity. The system becomes so natural that growth happens automatically. And the crazy part, it removes emotion from the process. You no longer decide whether to save or invest. It's already done. It's like planting a tree that grows quietly in the background. You don't need to stare at it every day to see progress. But give it time, and it'll bear fruit you'll depend on for life. So here's your challenge. Build a system so simple that even on your worst days, you still move closer to freedom. Because in the long run, automation beats ambition every time. The hidden rule: create, don't just consume. This is the part most pros really don't tell you. True financial freedom begins when you stop being just a consumer and start becoming a creator. Think about it, the world runs on creators. Every product, app, song, business, or platform you use daily was created by someone who understood one truth: wealth flows to those who produce value, not those who just buy it. Most people work jobs that consume their time and buy things that consume their money. The free ones, however, reverse the equation. They use their time to build assets, digital products, real estate, businesses, or investments that keep paying them long after the work is done. That's why financial freedom isn't about cutting lats or avoiding vacations. It's about building something that keeps working for you even when you stop. The pros know this. That's why they focus on cash flow, not just cash. So ask yourself, what do you create? Maybe it's a service, a skill, a product, or even a story. The internet has made creation possible for everyone. You can turn knowledge into income, skills into brands, creativity into passive cash flow. And here's where it gets powerful. Once you shift from consumption to creation, you stop chasing money. Money starts chasing you. The long game. Why patience pays more than talent. If there's one truth that separates amateurs from the financially free, it's this: they think in decades, not days. The world teaches instant gratification, quick profits, overnight success. But in reality, every financially free person you admire played the long game. They invested early, reinvested often, and waited while others got bored or scared. Compound growth, the eighth wonder of the world, only rewards the patient. It's the quiet math behind financial miracles. Imagine investing just $300 a month. In a year, that's only $600. But after 20 years with average returns, it becomes nearly $150,000 without doing anything extraordinary. That's the power of time. The pros know this deeply. They don't panic during market drops because they understand cycles. They don't chase the next trend, they trust their system. Their wealth grows silently because they've built habits that compound, not just money. Here's a harsh truth: most people fail not because they don't know how to grow wealth, but because they quit too soon. They expect fireworks in months, when wealth is built in seasons. So if you're starting now, remember, the long game feels slow, but it's unstoppable. Every smart choice you make today is a seed. Plant it, nurture it, and one day, it'll grow into the kind of freedom you once thought was impossible. The real secret: protect what you build. Now let's talk about what almost no one tells you. Protecting your wealth is just as important as building it. Many people finally start making money but lose it because they never learned how to safeguard it. The pros think defensively as much as offensively. They ensure their income streams, diversify their assets, and prepare for worst-case scenarios. Not because they're paranoid, but because they know security is the foundation of peace. They have emergency funds that cover 6 months of living expenses. They never invest in things they don't understand, and they plan for taxes and inflation, two invisible forces that eat away at the unaware. Protection isn't sexy. It's not as thrilling as 10x your income or crypto gains. But it's what keeps the wealthy standing when markets crash and economies shake. The blueprint here is simple. Defense creates stability, and stability creates confidence. Because financial freedom isn't about having more. It's about never needing more than you have. The freedom formula. Time over money. At some point, every person chasing financial freedom realizes a hard truth: money isn't the goal. Time is. You don't want to be rich just to stare at numbers in a bank account. You want to be rich in time. Time for your passions, family, health, and purpose. The pros know this, and that's why they structure their lives to earn without constant effort. They focus on passive or semi-passive income: rentals, royalties, automated businesses, investments. Their goal isn't to stop working. It's to stop needing to work. That's real freedom, you see. Money gives comfort, but time gives meaning. And when you reach the point where your money works harder than you do, you've cracked the final code. Imagine waking up and choosing what to do, not what you have to do. That's the ultimate form of wealth. And it's achievable, not through luck, but through design. So if you're grinding day after day, remember this: the hustle is temporary. The goal is peace, not pressure. Every step you take, no matter how small, builds momentum, and that momentum becomes freedom. Because the truth is, financial freedom isn't for the elite. It's for anyone willing to think differently, act consistently, and stay the course. So maybe today is your first step. Maybe this is the moment you stop surviving and start designing your life on purpose. If this inspired you, share it. subscribe, and join our journey toward real financial freedom. Because knowledge is the first step, action is the next, and your time to act is now.